Hello friends, welcome back to Devananda OIFS Junior, and today we are looking into the architecture in Mesopotamia. Okay, the architecture. In the last video we looked at the town planning in the city of Mesopotamia, and today we are looking at the architecture. Okay, so let us dive into the topic. The Mesopotamians built one of the world's first cities, Ur. Okay, and because of the huge supply of mud from the river banks and the huge supply of reeds in the marshes, they built their first houses with reeds covered with a thick coating of mud. Okay, the first houses were built using reeds with a thick coating of mud. But soon after, later the city houses were built using sun-dried bricks. So what are sun-dried bricks? You will take mud and create a brick. Okay, and you know mud is so soft, right? Because of water locked in it. And they will take this muddy brick and put it in the sun. Okay, they will put it in the sun to dry the brick, and as the water evaporates, what happens? The brick starts to get stronger and stronger, and a sun-dried brick is formed. The houses were built using these kind of bricks, and the religious buildings like the ziggurats were built using baked bricks. They were built using baked bricks. What are baked bricks? What are baked bricks? They will take this muddy brick, this waterlogged brick, and they will bake it just like we bake a cake, in the oven. Similarly, they will take this particular brick and then bake it in fire. So the water will be evaporating off much faster and you will get a much stronger brick. So these baked bricks were used for creating religious buildings like ziggurats. Just like the ziggurat and other religious buildings, the public structures and government offices were also built using baked bricks, and the houses were built using the sun-dried bricks. This area, Mesopotamia, didn't have a good supply of wood and stone. That's why they were one of the first people to create columns, arches and domes to hold up the roof. First of all, we have columns. Columns are also called pillars, and the primary function of the column is to hold the weight of the roof. So a column almost looks like this, somewhat like this, and here there will be the roof and here there will be the floor, and this is a column and it is used to hold the weight of the roof. You can see columns in the Rameshwaram temple, in Tamil Nadu. The Rameshwaram temple. In the Rameshwaram temple, you can see a vast corridor with columns, with rows of columns on both sides, like a corridor, a vast corridor with columns on both sides. And the Sri Padmanabha Swami temple in Thiruvananthapuram, has 365 and a quarter columns. This temple has 365 and a quarter column. A quarter column is there. It is kept there. So these are two prominent structures having columns. And next, let us look into arches. Arches, they are almost found like this. Here there will be the floor. And this structure is called an arch. And you see this structure. This structure is called an arch. This is an arch, and it is also used to support the roof. Okay, so this is an arch, and I don't have much detail about arches. Okay, so this is an arch and it is also used to support the roof. And next we have domes. So this is how a dome is like. Domes, they are these hemispherical roofs that are kept on top of buildings. Okay, the hemispherical roof, okay, means if you take a sphere and cut in half, you get a dome shaped structure. Okay, so that is a dome. And what was the use of these domes, these hemispherical domes? When you construct a dome, you don't need a particular column to support the roof. So domes were constructed in ancient Mesopotamia. Okay, and why? Because they didn't have much wood or stone to waste. Okay, so domes were constructed, columns were constructed, and arches were also constructed. And domes, in every mosque you can see a dome. Okay, so that's it about columns, arches and domes. And they gave us many contributions in the field of architecture. In the field of architecture, the Mesopotamians were great contributors. And the ziggurat, if you take the main temple, the ziggurat was multi-storied, right? I showed you the picture. It is a multi-storied structure. These temples were also embellished with precious stones and marbles. Precious stones and marbles. And these temples were also used as schools, observatories, trade centers and storerooms. The ziggurats, the main temples, were also used as schools, observatories, trade centers and storerooms. Okay, it was not just a temple, the ziggurat. Okay, so that's about the architecture in Mesopotamia. And in the next video, we'll be looking into the family life and the social structure in Mesopotamia. So that's it. Thank you.